What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today I'm going to focus in on the latest turn of events in the Jimmy Vesey saga in Nashville / Boston. We're going to start with my sources, because I actually have sources that say it wasn't as cut and dry, and he didn't lie to their faces the way that Dave Boyle said Mr. Vesey did. That it was more of, I'm going to explore my options. We'll see where we are in March. Now, did he maybe lean a little bit more towards Nashville? He probably felt pressured after the Beanpot game and was like, yeah, right now I'm leaning towards Nashville, but I don't think at any point he explicitly said, I'm coming to Nashville right after my season ends. So that's the reality. That's what I feel happened. Shoe on the other foot, I understand why Poyle's pissed off, because again, this is kind of like the Radulov situation. How many times does a GM got to get in the situation with 22-year-old draft picks? But he also has to understand that, unlike Radulov, Vesey did not break any rules. There's no violation of the CBA going on here. There's no contracts broken. He simply elected his right to use his right to be a free agent, which, again, is his right per the CBA. So that's definitely something that, I think Dave Boyle should be a little wiser to, but it's not exactly as cut and dry as they say it is. He will be walking at the Harvard graduation, which is awesome, and I think that may have played at least a small role in it, because all the respect to playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs, graduating from Harvard and being able to walk across the podium there with your family and friends in attendance is something not a lot of people get to do. Harvard's probably the best college/university in the world, so yeah. But let's see what happens with that. Regarding where he may sign, I wrote it up 2-3 weeks ago. If Vesey elects free agency, here are the 5 teams, and off the top of my head, in order, they were the Bruins, Devils, Penguins, Rangers, and Leafs. Obviously, his dad is a scout for his dad, also Jimmy, is a scout for the Leafs. They drafted his brother Nolan, who's at Maine. That's something to look at. But the hometown team is definitely in the mix. I think the fact that they drafted his buddy Matt Grzelcyk has something to do with it. Now, for the Bruins, my source close to the situation said the Bees are alive. This is one of those weird situations where I have actually a couple reliable sources, which happens about once a year, because I'm not a source guy. I don't believe in reporting shit. I believe in analyzing it. 2 different things, no big deal. But the Bruins are in it, and if they let Louis Eriksson walk via free agency, I know putting that kind of pressure on a 23-year-old kid that has not played a game of pro hockey is kind of immense. But it's they're gonna be right there. There's a lot of connections. Obviously, the Bruins drafted his Harvard teammates Ryan Donato and Wiley Sherman. Harvard head coach Teddy Donato is a former Bruin, and obviously Don Sweeney played at Harvard, so there's a lot of connections there. The Leafs, if he signs with the Leafs, the tampering charges will be up, within seconds from Nashville. The Bruins, I think, are teetering on it, especially given the fact that his family's from Charlestown, which is not even 90-second walk across the bridge to the Garden. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. But right now, if you put a gun to my head and say, where's he signing, I would say he will be a Boston Bruin by August 16th. The Bees were in on Kevin Hayes, too. People kind of forget that. But, well, speaking of the Hayes family, the hometown thing it's kind of failing with Jimmy Hayes, so maybe that's a cautionary tale, but I don't think that's going to scare him off. It wouldn't scare me off. Mr. Vesey's the real deal, and Jimmy Hayes needs to step it up if the Bees want to make the playoffs. Totally kind of a side comment. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.